Hello everyone, in this course we'll start by setting up the development environment for creating apps for MetaQuest. Then we'll walk through how to use the MetaXR all-in-one SDK, which makes it easy to implement features like grabbing objects. By the end of the course, you'll create a simple item catching game like this. If you are interested, feel free to join the course. Let's start the Unity version right away. First, we will install the editor version. Please open your browser. Once you have opened your browser, search for Unity Archive. When you search for Unity Archive, you will see search results that say Unity Download Archive like this. Click on Unity Download Archive. This will take you to the download screen. This time we will select the latest Unity 6. And for the version, we will choose the one released on January 22nd, 2025. Click on Install, which says Install via Hub. A message will appear at the top asking Open Unity Hub. Click on Open Unity Hub. You will see a screen like this. In this state, click Continue, and what we are selecting now is this part. And click the blue Continue button. Then scroll down a bit and check I have read and agreed with the above terms and conditions to agree. Click Install. This will start the installation. This installation may take some time, so please pause the video and proceed with the installation process. When the installation is complete, you will see a display that says Install Complete like this. This is OK. Now to return to the project, click the Close button on the right side of the Downloads section to close it. To create a new project, click the blue New Project button on the far right. It looks like this now, but this time we want to use Unity 6, so click on the editor version at the bottom of New Project. Then at the top there is one that says 6000. Click on this version. It should appear like this. This time we want to create a 3D game, so click on Universal 3D. Then for project name, I have named it like this. Now click the blue Create Project button at the bottom right to create the project. It should appear like this. It may take some time to open, so please pause the video and proceed with the process. Once it opens like this, find Project at the bottom right. Once you find it, you will see Assets next to it below Project. To add the new scene here, we will add the scene. There is a folder named Scenes here, so double-click it. We will add it here. Right-click in the empty space. Move the cursor to Create. Move the cursor to Scene, which is a little above the middle. You will see Scene on the right, so click it. You will create a new scene. Now let's name it. I have named it Game Scene like this. You can name it whatever you like. Now let's open this scene. Double-click on Game Scene. It should open like this. Game Scene is displayed in the hierarchy section. This is OK. I will explain how to use Unity. First, I will explain the Scene View screen. You can place and assemble various objects. It's a screen where you can create your scene. Next is the Game View. You can actually play the game created in the scene. Therefore, you can create and assemble your game here and then check how the game actually plays in the game view. The console section, error messages will be displayed or logs for confirmation, such as when object collide will be shown. Next, the hierarchy window. In the hierarchy window, you can place objects. For example, right-click in the empty space in the hierarchy window, move your cursor to 3D object and click cube. Then a cube is placed here. You can place objects in this way. And next, this is the inspector panel. In the inspector panel, the cube is currently selected, so the detailed information of the cube is being displayed. For example, here you can attach a C# script or change the size in the scale section. You can use it that way. For example, if I change the scale here to 2 like this, you can enlarge the cube. In this way, you can make various adjustments within the inspector panel. And finally, regarding the assets, in this project section, you can import assets and place them here. Also, as we added the scene earlier, you can add scenes in this way. Let me just put the assets back into the assets folder. In this section, you can import assets and bring them into the hierarchy or place them in this scene. You can use it in this way. Next, I will explain about the scene view. This view has a lot of functions, so I will only introduce the ones we will use in this course. First, let's look at this part. This thing with various colors like blue, red, and green is called the scene gizmo. You can change the viewing angle. For example, let's press Z here, then the angle changes like this, and if you press X, it changes like this. If you keep pressing it, you can see it from the side, and if you want to see it from above, you can press Y, the green Y here, and you can see it from above. And if you want to return to the original view, you click on the bottom part here. If you click it, it will return like this. You can use it in this way. And also, if you want to zoom in on this cube, of course, in the hierarchy, you can double click on the cube and you can zoom in like this. But if you want to zoom out, for example, to zoom out, use the mouse wheel button, the wheel button that you usually use for scrolling. Rotate the wheel button like this, and you can see it from a distance or see it up close. You can adjust it like this. And for those who are wondering what the wheel button is, let me explain. In this mouse in the middle section, the part you rotate is the wheel button. You can adjust the viewpoint here, and when you want to move the screen, you click and hold the wheel button while moving it to move the screen. Let me show you. If I want to see the cube more from the left side, click the wheel button and move it to the side. And in this way, I can see it from an angle. Then next, I will explain the menu on the side here. First, this top one, the part labeled View Tool, the hand icon part, click on this, and then this one, if you press the hand icon, the mouse cursor also becomes the hand icon. This is exactly the same function as I explained earlier. If you click and drag this, you can fine-tune your viewpoint. If you want to see it a little from an angle, you can move it like this to see it from an angle, or from below, you can see it from below. The next, the move tool below the hand icon. Click on this as well, then this is the first one. For example, if you want to move it in the green arrow direction, click and drag this upward to move it up, and drag it downwards to move it down. Next, this red part, If you want to move it in the x-axis direction, click and drag this red arrow to the right to move it to the right, and to the left to move it to the left. You can adjust it in this way. And next, in the seeing gizmo from the opposite side, let's look from the opposite side. Then here, the blue arrow appears. This allows you to move it in the z-axis direction. So if you try it, click and drag this arrow part and move it to the left, it moves to the left in the z-axis direction. And if you move it to the right, it moves to the right. You can adjust it in this way. And then next, the rotate tool. Click on the rotate tool, then a round circle-like thing appears. This is, as the name suggests, a tool that allows you to rotate. So for example, if you want to rotate around the z-axis, click and drag here to the bottom, and you can rotate it like this. And for this, the green y-axis, if you want to move it around the y-axis, click and drag it in this way. If you move the cursor, you can rotate it. And for this, the x part is the same. You can rotate it in the x-axis direction like this. It's quite versatile. You can use it in this way. And this tool is not really relevant. Next, the edit bounding volume below. If you click on edit bounding volume, you can see it displayed like this. In this case, for example, this corridor part, which might not be obvious to everyone who's watching this explanation, the corridor part. If you adjust it first, if this corridor is not present, now in the inspector panel at the bottom, there's box corridor, but if I uncheck this, if it's not there, if an avatar passes through here, or if an object passes through here, without the box corridor, it becomes almost transparent. Although it has color, but in reality, you can pass through it. When you attach this corridor, it stops there. It becomes like a wall, and avatars or objects cannot pass through. So for collision detection, you attach this corridor. And also, this corridor can be adjusted, and I want to straighten out the tilt of this. So first, in the inspector, the part that says rotation inside, I'll reset this to 0, 0, 0, and this rotation, this part here, I will reset all of it to 0. Now let's put the green square in the middle. I think you can see it. Click and hold this, and if you stretch it out like this, you can extend the corridor. So in this case, until just now, it was stopping right at the box, but now the front line part of the box only up to here, and an avatar can enter, or some object can go, or rather cannot go. It becomes that you cannot pass through the inside of this. It becomes impossible. So the more you stretch this, the more the avatar and the object will gradually become unable to approach this box. Because there is a corridor here, it will bump into it here. From here on, from here inside, you cannot go enter this part, so you will bump into it here. You can use it in this way, so you can use it like this. Therefore, even in reverse, this square, this part, I'll move it a little to the inside. Then in this case, I'm looking from the side now, but up to this green line, you can enter. So this front part you can enter, but from here on, this inside you cannot enter in that form. You can use it. Let me put it back a little. You can use it in this way. Then for the scale tool, the recto tool, and the transform tool, I forgot to explain these three, so I will add an explanation. First, this scale tool, click on this. then it's displayed like this. And this is really just as the name suggests. This box, the red box like square shaped part, if you pull it, it expands like this. And the green box on top, if you click and hold and move it upwards, you can expand it like this. You can expand it. Let's look from above. This also in the Z direction. If you click and hold and pull, you can expand it in this way. You can use this. Next, this rectangle, click it, then I think you can see it displayed like this. And this here, these blue dots, I think they are connected by lines between them. And in this state, if you click and move it as is, you can expand it like this. The difference from before is that only the opposite side is stretching now. Before, if I go back a little, in the previous case, both of these were expanding evenly. But if you use this rectangle, if you only stretch the left side, only this side stretches, and if you only stretch the right side, only the right side, and if you only stretch the top, only the top moves like this, it's expanded that way. You can use it in a way that expands like this. And also this box part, if you click and hold it, you can also move it like this, so it's quite convenient. Then next, this transform tool below, this one, it's like this is all put together. You can rotate it like this, and you can also move it. Let's look from above. And here, if you press the square in the middle, you can also scale and shrink it like this. It's quite faster in this way. In this form, now I explained these three that I hadn't explained yet. These are the main features we'll be using this time. If I explain too many things, it might get confusing or hard to visualize, so I'll stop the features explanation here for now. Next, I'd like to prepare for actually creating a MetaQuest app. Now, as you can see, this box is currently transparent. To fix this, click on the Unlit Draw Mode button in the Scene View toolbar. It's the icon that looks like a shaded sphere. If Shaded Draw Mode is currently selected, clicking Unlit Draw Mode will switch it. This will make the box visible again. If your box is now visible, then you're all set. Next, if you see any errors in the console window at the bottom, try clicking the Clear button on the left side of the console window. This will clear any errors that may have appeared. If the errors disappear after clearing, then you can ignore them and proceed. Now let's import the necessary assets for creating MetaQuest apps from the Unity Asset Store. Please open your web browser and search for Unity Asset Store. You should see Unity Asset Store, the best assets for game making in the search results. Click on this link to open the Asset Store. Once the Asset Store page opens, you need to log in with your Unity account. If you're already logged in, you should see your account name or a person icon in the top right corner. If you're not logged in, click on the person icon and log in using your Unity account credentials. Make sure you're using the same Unity account that you use for Unity Hub. If you're unsure which account you're logged in with, you can check Unity Hub, open Unity Hub, and click on your account icon in the top left corner. Then click on Account Settings. This will open your Unity account settings page in your browser, where you can see your account name and email address, like this. Once you are logged into the Asset Store, click on the search bar at the top of the page and type MetaQuest, then press enter to start the search. In the search results, find the asset called MetaXR All-in-One SDK, click on the MetaXR All-in-One SDK asset to open. On the MetaXR All-in-One SDK page, you should see a button that says either add to my assets or open Unity. If you haven't already added these assets to assets, click add to my assets. If you have already added it, the button will say open Unity. In either case, click the button. If you clicked add to my assets, you may be prompted to accept some terms and conditions. If so, click accept to proceed. After adding the assets, the button should change to open Unity, so click it. A pop-up window will appear asking open Unity editor. Click open Unity editor. This will open the package manager window in Unity, and the MetaXR All-in-One SDK asset will be displayed. It may take a moment to load. Once it's loaded, you should see an install button. Click the install button to install the MetaXR All-in-One SDK into your project. The installation process may take some time. You can pause the video here and resume once the installation is complete. Once the installation is complete, the install button will change to remove. You may also see a restart Unity pop-up window. You can click not now for now. Interaction SDK OpenXR hand skeleton upgrade window. Click remind me later and click OK and close the window. And this is building with MetaXR SDK window. This contains an explanation of the Meta All-in-One SDK. Please take a look when you have time. And click close button. The package manager window, click close button. To confirm that the SDK has been installed, look at the top menu bar in Unity. You should now see a Meta menu item in the menu bar next to Window and Help. If you see MetaXR tools in the menu bar, then the SDK has been successfully installed. Click File and click Save. This will save your current scene and project settings. First, on the MetaQuest side, to try it on the device side, it is necessary to turn on developer mode. So I'm going to explain that from now on. But first, most of you, I think, will put in the MetaQuest when setting it up, but it's okay on your smartphone or PC, so download the MetaQuest app. And for those who have downloaded it, please log in to the app with the exact same account you are using with your MetaQuest. If you have successfully logged in and you were able to connect to the device, this kind of screen will appear. And the point to note here is that when using this app, you must turn on the power of the MetaQuest VR device. Please turn it on. And then bring up first screen, and I am using MetaQuest 3, so tap or click on first part. Then next, second headset settings will appear, and click on headset settings. And then next, developer mode will appear on screen, so click on developer mode. Here, developer mode will appear, so turn this part on. And if you cannot turn it on, I think some of you may have this issue. For those people, you have not yet registered an organization with MetaQuest for Developers. So please search for MetaQuest for Developers on Google. I will also do it together with you. If you type in MetaQuest 4, you will see developers in the lower part, so click here. Since I have already logged in automatically, if you haven't logged in yet, there should be a blue login button. Please press that button and log in with your MetaQuest account. After that, I think the organization registration section will appear, so proceed with the organization registration from there. Then after logging in, you may be asked to register your phone number or set up two-factor authentication. I think you will be asked to do such things, so please follow Meta's instructions and proceed with the steps. And then once you are recognized as a developer, the developer mode shown here will become available to be turned on. So then you will be able to develop properly. Just in case, as a precaution, please restart your MetaQuest VR device once more and try connecting to your computer again. Okay, then let's perform the additional settings needed to create an app for MetaQuest. Now then please click File located in the upper left here, and then click the part labeled Build Profiles. When you do, this will appear. Currently Windows is selected, but please click the part labeled Android here. When you do, it will look like this. So this time, since we want to use Android, it's switch platform. Click this switch platform button in the upper right, and we will change the platform from Windows to Android. Okay, with this, we have successfully changed the platform using switch platform. If it looks like this, you're okay. Now then, currently in the scene list section, only the sample scene is present. So we want to add the game scene we created area, which is currently open. If you don't add scenes here, it can cause issues like errors during screen transitions or when performing some kind of build. It becomes the cause of problems, so please make sure to add all scenes used in your game into this scene list. Now then, on the right side here, it says open scenes list. This button allows you to add the currently open scene. So if there's a scene you want to add, open that scene first, and then click this add open scenes button. Now then, since I currently have the game scene open, I'll click add open scenes. Yes, doing so as game scenes like this. If it looks like this, it's okay. Okay, now then let's click on Android here. Next, there's a run device section. This part here currently it's set to default device, but let's click here. When you do, the Oculus Quest that we set up area, mine is Oculus Quest 3 is displayed. Let's click this. By selecting this, you can build directly to the Quest and also build the app directly on the Quest. So please ensure it's set up like this. And for those with the Quest 2, it will show Quest 2, and for those with the Quest 3S. If your device doesn't appear here, first, please confirm that it's properly connected. Also check that your MetaQuest headset is powered on. Additionally, confirm the other settings mentioned in the area, like whether the organization is set up correctly. And ensure developer mode is properly enabled on the headset. If it's still not working, please try closing Unity completely, reopening it, and then checking this section again. Something that often happens to me is that it doesn't show up here, but after closing and reopening the Unity once and then looking here again, it's displayed correctly. So trying that might be a good option. Okay, if it's set up like this, it's okay for now. So let's close this window using the close button. Then let's move on to the next task. Then please click on Edit. Then there's a section labeled Project Settings. Click this option. When you do, it should be displayed like this. Now then, currently it looks like this, but there's a section labeled XR plugin management. Let's click this. Okay, when you do, an option install XR plug management appears. Let's click this button. From now on, we'll configure the settings so we can properly build for MetaQuest. Okay, if it looks like this, it's fine. Then confirm that this cute Android icon tab is selected. Then within the plugin providers list here, this time we will check the box next to Oculus. So let's click it. Originally, this was Oculus, although the name is MetaQuest now, it used to be called Oculus Quest, so perhaps it just remains unchanged here. However, this is essentially for MetaQuest, so please make sure the checkbox is checked. Okay, next up, below the XR plugin management entry, an Oculus entry appears. Click on this one as well. Okay, and then please confirm that the Android icon tab is still selected. When you do, you'll see a section labeled target devices. Currently, only Quest 2 is checked. For now, please check the boxes for the devices you are using. Of course, checking all of them is perfectly fine too. So I'll check all of them. Pro 3 and 3S. The 3S is the latest model. Okay, I've checked all of them like this. This is okay. Now then, let's close the project settings window for now. Okay, the next I want to display hands on this screen, so let's try that. To do this, first, let's delete the main camera. In the hierarchy window under game scene, right-click main camera and click delete to remove it for now. Next, we'll use the MetaQuest tools to place object into the hierarchy here. First, please click on Meta in the menu at the top, and then hover over cursor over the tools option here, and then click on building blocks. Okay, when you do, various options appear like this, and this time, since we want to display hands, let's click on all building blocks for now. Okay, when you do, you'll see options like this. With the previous methods, the slightly older one, it wasn't possible to easily display controllers or hands in this way, but with the release of the all-in-one SDK, it has become very easy to do things like place hands, display them, or display controllers just like this. Okay, then this time we want to display the hand first, so let's click the plus button on virtual hands. When you do, it gets added to the scene. With this component needed to display hands on the screen within the scene has been added. Then let's close this window for now. Trying to set this up manually will be quite difficult, I think, but by using this new meta tool, you can display hands this easily, and it adds all the necessary components properly like this. And so, well, currently the hands are positioned inside here, but let's try building it like this for now and see how it looks. Okay, then let's click File and click Save, then click File again and click Build Profiles. Okay, it looks like this. Please confirm that run device is correctly set to Oculus Quest 3. Now then, regarding the scene list section, I want to make a small edit. So for now, let's click scene list under platform. And this time, since I want game scene to be displayed first, either uncheck the sample scene or click and hold on game scene, drag it upwards and release it here. When you do see all the changes like this, the scene listed at the very top here will be the first one displayed when the app starts. Okay, now let's go back to the Android settings. Okay, then let's try building with these settings. So click build and run. Okay, this brings up a window asking where to save the APK file. This time I'll click downloads, okay. And also there are choices of various tests here. Click in the file name field. Well, I'll name it something like Udemy MetaQuest 1, then click save here. Okay, and we'll just press yes on this dialog. The build process takes quite a while, so I'll pause the video for now. And I'll resume the video once the build is complete. Okay, as you can see, the space is displayed and the box we placed in Unity is also correctly displayed below me. And the hands too. Correctly displayed like this using hand tracking. So in this way, we can now easily display hands. Okay, this is all set.